Let's start with Bukayo Saka. It was amazing to see him sign a new deal. What does he mean to this club and its supporters, do you feel?
Well, I think it means everything that we want from all of our own. I think the journey throughout the club in different phases, achieving the first team, settling in as one of the most important players, and on the journey to big success.
When you talk about that journey, do you feel he symbolises the improvements that Arsenal have made in recent years?
I think he's one of the very good examples, and somebody that really represents the values and the ambition of this club.
What can it do for the rest of the squad when they see someone of that stature sign a new contract?
I think that's. I think the previous ones as well are a coincidence and a consequence of Bukayo's signing, because a lot of players have committed to the club for the long term. That means that they feel really happy, valued here, and they see this place like the right place in the chapter in their career, and very happy to do that.
And for the coaching staff as well, is that maybe validation of your work as well when you have players like this who want to commit?
Well, it's certainly a proud moment for us, because obviously I've been with him since day one, and we've been through a lot together, and I think we have enjoyed each other's company so far. So that's something for such a long time not easy to achieve, and credit to him in the way that has behaved and performed.
He's come back in for the last couple of league games, which have been quite challenging as well. You spoke after Wolves about the players perhaps having to own what happened, own the mistakes and take it. What does that involve? Does that involve chats when you're with the players since then? Does it involve meetings? Does it involve just getting on with it?
Yeah, every post-match needs different things. Sometimes the message is more tactical, sometimes more emotional, sometimes about other stuff that can be done better or improved. And this one, it was very clear, is what do we want next? I mean, that one is gone. It was very unexpected the way the game ended, and very unusual the way we conceded, especially the second goal. But there are things that we should have done better. But that's it. That chapter now is gone, and now we have to write the next one. And it's actually what we're going to do, to see in the next one the things that we want to see, and that's on us.
When you say it's unusual the way the game ended, there was a certain decision-making process that your players went through, not just the goal itself, but there was the way they managed time at the end of the game. There was Gabi Jesus' reaction at full time, and there was even your own coach. I noticed you pulled away him from a technical area with the opposition. How do you reflect on that? Do you feel things got slightly out of hand, or do you feel that it was just
That's part of football. When you're analysing the teams that are doing with those margins, there are certain behaviours, and it will be different to one to another, that just explain how much a team, an individual wants to win.
Are they learning behaviours for the team when they reflect? Do you reflect on that?
Yes, you learn from mistakes, you learn from defeats, from draws, and from wins as well. So you have to remember as well why we are doing so well as well, to maintain the position that we won, that we still have in every competition, and that has to be the driving force of the team.
You also spoke about enjoying, the successes you have, and enjoyment also comes from getting through tough moments. Do the players see it that way? What is their view?
Yeah, enjoying this, enjoying the noise, enjoying the bullets, enjoying the expectations, because this is what you want to be, and this is part of it. You can't just select, I want to be here, but this part I don't like it, this one, keep it. Now the next month we change it. No, it comes with that. It comes with responsibility. It comes with joy, and it comes with very little margins, that every week things can change. You can score or concede in the 95th. Somebody else scores in the 95th. Suddenly, it's a different league. Yeah, it's part of it.
And I guess in that sense, it's really good that there's a quick turnaround and a game quite quickly afterwards. What do you want to see from this Spurs performance?
What I've seen from today is a reaction that is so positive, that is, okay, now I take responsibility, we move forward, and we move forward as a better team.
In that sense, do the players feel they have something to prove?
I think we all have. It's everybody's responsibility, mine first, and that's it. But at the end, the players have to play on that pitch, and we have to give them all the tools and understanding of what they might face to be as efficient as possible.
In terms of what they might face, are Spurs a bit more of an unknown prospect now they have a new head coach there?
Yeah, I mean, we faced this kind of a scenario 7 times already this season. So we looked at his history, what he's done in the previous clubs, especially what are the intentions, the messaging that he will be sending to understand what kind of game they will propose, and I will be ready for it.
And is it the atmosphere that the players relish as well when you have a North London derby like this?
Yes, I mean, it's one of the most beautiful games to play every season, you know that, and so important for our supporters. We know what it means, the importance of the stage of the season that we are in right now, so looking forward to it.
You're in an incredible position in terms of what you're challenging for across lots of different fronts. How do you feel the players and yourself as coaches are going to manage the players' minutes and manage their workload over the coming weeks? Because you're playing in every possible game you could.
Well, that would depend in every position, because as well there are players that we have various options, in other ones that at the moment that we are more limited because of injuries. So first of all, have the whole squad available. That will be one of the main targets for now to the end of the season. And then with the quality and the options that we're going to have, I'm sure we're going to manage them in the right way.
It's football. You'll never have the whole squad available. There'll always be some challenge, surely.
And we will try. A lot of winning teams, they have had their whole squad available at the end, and that when you go to big competition, that's a big pattern.
And you assess more than just fitness, I imagine. Do you assess mentality? Do you assess the sort of where?
For sure, yes. And the moment, every player lives in a different moment, a moment of really high confidence, when they've been really productive, a player that might come from a difficult game or training session. So we need to be on top of that. There are human beings, they have their own personal life as well. So we try to acknowledge that as well.
I think that's a really interesting point. Can you expand on that slightly? Are there times when players may have to be taken out of the fire or approached differently, and you have to sort of engage with them more than you would the rest of them?
I mean, it's not always what you expect. Okay, we're going to repeat this team because we know, and things happen, and they have their own life, and sometimes obviously we cannot share these kind of things, but things happen that restrict their ability to perform, or it affects their mood, or all the kind of stuff, and we need to be on top of that.
In a way, it would be good for everyone to appreciate that more, wouldn't it? Because it can be quite tough when you get lots of, not criticism all the time, but lots of focus on you on performance. Say, why isn't he doing this consistently and consistently?
Yeah, because again, there are human beings, they are not robots, and that's the beauty of it, you know, and because they can mold, they can learn, they can improve, and they need support, and that's what we're here for.
And in terms of perspective going forward, it's been a couple of bad results in the league, but prior to that there were a couple of great results in the league as well. How far away do you feel you are from being able to just slip back into that?
Yeah, I mean, if we win every game, it's clear what's going to happen, and nobody's doing it at the moment, and that's the reason, because the difficulty of the league and all the competitions that we are involved, that we've been very, very, very consistent. We want to be better for sure, and we want to improve, and Sunday is another opportunity to do that.
Does that make the expectation really high because you've been so good up to this point, do you feel?
Well, I think that's what we wanted to create, a consistent level, a performance level that when you come to March, April, May, you are in every competition to go over the line.